I still remember the first time when Ronnie won the Olympia. After the event, I asked Ronnie about his diet and whether he ever cheated on it. He looked at me like I was crazy and replied, "It never even crossed my mind." That's when I realized that he was on a whole different level, a truly exceptional individual.
How much do you think you were spending back then?
Oh man, I was spending at least probably a good extra $10,000 just on food. But once I started eating 6 times a day and eating more, because I used to eat, I didn't know at the time, I used to eat like 10, 12 ounces of food, you know. Well, it was like steak, chicken, turkey. And then I had this nutritionist like, "Dude, you ain't eating enough." I'm like, "What?" Like, "You gotta, if you want to get bigger, you gotta eat more." I'm like, "How much more?" He's like, "At least 4 or 5 ounces more than what you eating." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah," and he was right. As soon as I went from like 10 ounces to 16 ounces, that's when I started putting on size.
Really?
But it was so hard to eat that much food. And then I didn't have enough time in the day because I was working full time. So what I had to do is get up in the middle of the night, eat, and go back to bed. I sleep from 8 to 11. So it's 7 to 8, eat, then 8 to 11, sleep, and wake up at 11 to do cardio, eat, and work out, and then go to work. Trying to stay clean.
Put in the effort, eat well, get your rest, and allow your body to recover. If you follow that formula, you'll be just fine. Every year, I couldn't believe how much Ronnie was changing. He just kept getting bigger and bigger.
I kept getting bigger and bigger, so nobody would catch up with me. And what a lot of people don't understand is, you see me big up there like that, but you know, it took a long time for me to get there. That didn't happen overnight. I put on about 5 pounds of muscle, between 5 and 10 pounds of muscle a year. And that came from all that, you know, that heavy lifting, a lot of eating, a lot of eating. It wasn't a lot to me, you know, but if somebody, you know, normal try to eat it, it'd probably be a lot. So I eat probably like a pound of chicken, grilled breast, you know, with half a cup of rice. I had about 6 meals a day. It's kind of hard to eat like that, you know, so I would have to wake up in the middle of the night to eat and go back to sleep. When you eat like that, you're hungry every 3 hours. Every 2 or 3 hours you're hungry, because I'm not eating a lot of fat. Lean, you know, I'm not eating a lot of carbs, so it's a little bit of food at a time. For me, it was.
The one thing you've got full control over is what you eat and how you nourish your body. It can be challenging, but surprisingly, that's the easier part. If you can't handle that, well, maybe bodybuilding isn't your thing. When you're aiming to sculpt the body you dream of, Nutrition is the absolute top priority, no doubt about it. In Ronnie Coleman's own words, making it big in bodybuilding takes a ton of hard work. Most people don't realize just how tough it is. It's not about hitting the gym once in a while, doing some cardio, or trying to eat well here and there. The real challenge kicks in when you stay dedicated for weeks on end. That's when it really starts to wear you down, believe me. You gotta feed those muscles, right? It's super important. The main problem most people have is they don't eat enough. They might think they're chowing down fine. But when you look closer, they're coming up short. At the end of the day, it's all about how often they stick to their eating plan. During the off-season, they often can't keep up that same level of commitment. Maybe it's because they're not mentally in the game, or they're missing that burning desire to be the best.
Only carb meal of the day. 50 grams of good old oatmeal.
Ronnie used to said that he had the greatest genetics in the world. He'd say he ate burgers and pizzas all the time, yet he stayed in good shape. Such extraordinary genetics were a 1 in a million rarity.
And back in those days, I didn't know what diet was, so I ate a lot of fried chicken, a lot of hamburgers, and a lot of pizza. And I was still in pretty good condition, so genetics pretty good there. I had abs all the time, you know, no matter what I ate. I was in pretty good condition, no matter what I ate.
It's all about the food. He'd say, I'm going all in on this diet, 100% commitment. And he'd eat like a machine every 2 hours without fail to get that amazing body. If you're starting out in bodybuilding like Ronnie did, you don't just dive into eating 6 meals a day. You work your way up to it, gradually. I wanted to get back into the kind of shape Ronnie used to have, with those deep abs and a solid lower core. But I wasn't seeing those results, so I made a decision. You know what? I'm cutting out all that junk. I'm gonna go all out, giving it my 100%. I know Ronnie was a total beast, almost like he was from another planet. But I'll do my darn best to be the absolute best version of myself. You know, super ripped and insanely muscular.